Um, I couldn't film at all because it's the most chaotic time, I hope, for the year. I'm moving out from my current apartment. I got the keys on Friday, today is Sunday, and yesterday we cleaned the house with my friend. There were some issues, which it turned out I have to paint the walls because I didn't like how they look. When there were like furnitures in the house, it looked like white and they had to leave white. And then actually the previous tenant, he asked like, if you don't want these wallpapers, we can paint white. And I was like, well, it looks okay because it was looking okay. But then when they took out everything, yeah, the walls look very bad. And we are gonna paint them on Wednesday, I guess. By the way, I never did. Like, I never painted like walls and that. Like, I was always a princess. Well, of course, since I came here, I'm not. But I'm not experienced in these type of like house chores. Let's say, like I don't know how to call, like putting the lamps, like painting the wall, or like fixing something. Um, but yeah, I am now happy that how it will turn out because it will turn out very nicely, I believe. But the coming week will be super chaotic. Also at work, like I don't know how am I gonna manage, to be honest. But yeah, I will manage. I can do it. Yeah. I This is the last weekend in my current house and the light is so nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna miss here a bit. Well, when I took the keys, I just sat in the new house and I cried for like an hour. And I didn't know the reason. Like maybe because of the walls, or maybe I was just overwhelmed because there are so many things to do, or yeah, I was registering in my mind that I'm moving out. Because the funny thing is, you can see my current apartment from the new place. Like when you look from the window and at the new place, you immediately see my current apartment. Yeah, it is what it is. I will try to show how the moving will be and how it's going. Because I forgot filming. Like in the chaos, you just want to do things and then finish things and the rest. Like, yeah. But let's see. Let's see. Sometimes changing is so scary. Changing things, changing your house, changing your city, changing your friends, anything. Changing is very scary. And I didn't know why I cried when I got the keys for my new apartment. But now I understand. Because I lived at old apartment for 4 years. I had happiest and saddest moments. I feel like I'm saying goodbye to those moments, but that's not true. They're always with me. They're gonna always be with me. Hi. I'm back. I'm here. I'm so happy to be back. And I couldn't film almost a month because I was moving. Because yesterday I was telling my friend, like, I feel like I'm moving since a month. And a lot of things happened. But I'll start from the beginning. So I live in the Netherlands, if you don't know. And I was in the same house for 4 years. And I didn't know that I was gonna stay in the city for 2 more years. And when I learned that I wanted to move out, etc., and this was August. And from August, like a lot of things happened. Like I had to defend my PhD, of course. That was another thing. And my parents came here. Like we dealt with visa things and stuff. It was a busy moment. Like I started a new job as a researcher. And to be honest, like I didn't put any effort to find an apartment or find a house. And at the end of November, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And there are some web pages that you can look for a house in the Netherlands. I will put them in the description below. But there's one that I really like actually, that you can pay for a certain subscription per year. I think it was like 35 euros. And you can get the latest houses as a notification. Then you're gonna be the luckily first one to apply. And how they select you, like they do lottery. And so I will explain what happened. So basically, I got that subscription at the beginning of December, and I was applying some houses. Like I know what I want. Like I know how many square meters I want. I know like where I want to live as a location, and I know like if I want a modern apartment or like old Dutch house, things like that. Then I went to Turkey in a half December, and then I was in Turkey. Then I got an email that I was selected for a house viewing. I was like, okay. And in a specific house that I'm living in right now, if you're selected for viewing, and let's say you viewed, you liked, you are the one who will get the apartment. So this building, let's say, it's not a lottery base, it's like first comes serves. Then I was like, okay, I want this house, but like I'm not in the Netherlands, like who will view for me? Then I have a friend, Turkish friend, actually she lived in this building, and I was like, can you just view for me? And then she was like, yeah, sure. And it's funny enough, she was living in the other side of the building. So I was at a certain floor and she was living at the same floor, just the other side. What a coincidence. Then she came here, she viewed the house, she called me, and everything was perfect. And I was like, okay, I will take it. And there comes everything. So when I was back, I contacted with the tenants in the house, and I was like, can I view it? Like, because I didn't see it in real, like I don't have any imagination in my mind. And then I came here, and then to be honest, everything was okay. The walls were perfect, white as I want, but there were like wallpapers. Like I never lived in a house with the wallpapers. An agency deals with some stuff, but walls are not the one which they don't deal with the walls, let's say. And with my old apartments, they came for inspection, and then there was a new girl who wants to take over the house, blah blah. Like everything was perfect with the old apartment parts. And I came to this apartment to take the keys, and of course it was empty because I saw the apartments when there were like furnitures and stuff, right? And when I was here, I was so sad because there were so many things to do like in the house. And I was a bit annoyed, but I couldn't speak up, which I'm also pissed with myself because agency like didn't check anything basically. Like there were at least 5 things to fix in the house, like small things, not a big deal, but still it was annoying. But then the walls were so bad. Like you could see that like someone was living there for 4 years, 5 years, whatever. And I was like, okay, what do I do? Like I was so sad. I just sat there in my bedroom near the window, and I was crying like for an hour or so. Like I broke down mentally. I didn't know what to do. But while these things were happening, some good things were happening also in my personal life. You know what I mean? Then that person, yeah, he's just like an angel. He was like, okay, we will deal it together, we will paint the walls. Like, I'm getting emotional. I don't want to go into detail. Then we painted the walls and it turned out perfect. Like, you can see that we have even like a colorful wall now. Like, I cannot thank enough to him. No words. Then, like, I moved here with the help of friends. I also cannot thank enough to them. They know themselves. Oh my god, I'm getting so emotional. Oh, whoa. Yeah, this happens to me often. Then, yeah, we moved here. I mean, they moved me here. It was very smooth actually. Like, it took almost 2 hours to move everything from old house to here. But also I'm lucky because it's like 4 minutes drive. Then some friends came to help, like building things, settling the kitchen, things like that. And we continued to painting walls because like one layer was not enough. Then we did like 2, 3. But I'm so happy how it turned out, everything. It was a very different experience, let's say. Yeah, and like there are still small things happening. Like, for example, the other day, like I was just leaving the house and then there was a dishwasher in front of my door. And then I was like, It was for me. They didn't call me that they are delivering dishwasher to me because dishwasher was broken and apparently they just decided to change. Okay, thank you, but like you could have called me. Yeah, randomly appearing dishwashers in front of my door. Funny enough. Then I got a fridge subscription. Like, I didn't buy. You can just yeah, there's a subscription in the Netherlands. I don't know in the other part of world you do that. But it turns out the fridge makes so much noise, and I'm not that how do you say? I'm not that sensitive with noises and stuff. But this fridge, it talks to you literally. So I decided to change. I bought a new one. They will deliver it today, hopefully, and then pick up the old one. But like things like that, like small things, which is part of being adult. But there are some days that I just sit and cry like I don't want to be an adult anymore. Because being adult is so hard. Like, come on, let's just confess. But yeah, I'm so happy right now how my apartment turned out and how my personal life is going, let's say. I want to also talk about that, but I also don't want to because I want to keep some things private, you know? But of course, if I will exist here in YouTube and if I want to share my life, and he is part of my life currently, and I hope he will be, yeah, you're gonna see, maybe, if he wants. You don't know. And other than that, I was gonna say something else, but I didn't prepare any script or whatever. I just sit here and then I start talking, so that's why I forget things. But yeah, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little chaotic vlogish thingy. I don't know how to call it. And I have some ideas for future videos because I set some goals for the New Year's, and to be honest, I haven't started doing those things, like any of them. But frankly, I started with my bestie, Lale. She also has a YouTube channel. I can put it somewhere if you want to watch. She makes Turkish videos, English videos, everything. We started a podcast, but unfortunately it's in Turkish because, of course, like I am very good in English, but Turkish is my mother tongue and we feel more comfortable talking in Turkish. We are yapping in Turkish. And if you're Turkish, I said so many Turkish. And if you're Turkish and if you want to listen, I will also put that at the description below. And hope you enjoy. Hope you will be here for my next videos, next chaotic things, and love you. Bye bye.